a 28-year-old Indian man from Telangana who was working part-time as a pizza delivery executive in the United States was shot dead when he went to a location in Philadelphia to deliver pizza. In what is alleged to be a fake order, the victim, identified as Ashul Kancha, was employed with a multinational company and used to work part-time as a pizza delivery executive on weekends and earn extra income. Good for him. On Saturday night, he received a fake delivery order to a deserted location. When he reached, an unidentified man opened fire and shot Anshul multiple times in the head before fleeing the scene. According to Anshul's family, nothing was stolen from him, raising questions about the motive behind the killing. Reports cited by the family indicate that two masked gunmen carrying backpacks were seen in the area around the time of the attack. The thing is, I don't know if this is a hate crime. I think this was just a crime. The thing is, you're ordering a delivery pizza. Some random person shows up. I don't think they cared if he was Indian, if he was white, if he's Hispanic, if he was black. They just wanted to kill somebody. And this is how serial killers start. Serial killers are hard to find. Why? Because they target randomly. There is no pattern of behavior. They target randomly. They're monsters. They're absolute monsters. Nothing was stolen from him. They also said that Anshul had previously been the victim of a robbery in the U.S., during which his chain, phone, and cash were stolen, but he had never faced a life-threatening attack before. Anshul's sister, Tanvi, alleged that the pizza delivery was a trap meant to kill him. He was told to deliver pizza in an abandoned area, but we later learned it was a decoy. There was no one there. It was a trap meant solely to kill him. We do not know what they gained or what their intentions were. They took my brother and killed him, she said. She further appealed to authorities for the swift return of her brother's body to India. My brother was a loving and joyful person. He had been in the U.S. for nearly 4 years, which we came to know what he was trapped. We came to know that he was trapped, though, in a fake pizza delivery request and was shot dead. Our only request is that his body be brought back to India as early as possible, she said. The thing is, it's just like with something like this, the body might be there in the U.S. for a while. It might be in the U.S. for a while. They've got to run every single piece of DNA evidence, scrape his body for any kind of nuance, if there was a fingerprint, whatever it may be. It'll take a while. Not random person. The person who ordered shot him. Yeah, it wasn't random. The person who did it just wanted somebody to kill. Philadelphia is zombie land, so crime like this or random is in that city. Yeah, this is just completely, it's normal in that city. It absolutely is normal. This is very commonplace in heavily blue locations, let's just say. Tanvi, while speaking to the media, urged people not to send their children to the U.S. Don't send them to blue locations. That's what I'll say. This is a message to all parents considering sending their children to the U.S. My brother was a very loving and joyful person. He had no real reason to go to the U.S. Exactly, but we sent him anyway. He didn't want to go either. Then don't send him. Why? But he did. And look where it got him. Do not send your children to the U.S., she said. The Consulate General of India in New York has acknowledged the incident and stated that it is in touch with local authorities and bereaved family while extending all possible assistance. Yeah. Okay. We are deeply saddened by the untimely demise of Mr. Anshul Kancha as Indian national in Philadelphia. Our thoughts and heartfelt condolences to his family during this difficult time. The consulate is in touch with Anshul's family and is extending all possible assistance, it said in a post on X. The tragic killing of Anshul has sparked concern among members of the Telugu community in the United States and in Telangana, where relatives, friends, and residents of are mourning the loss of the young man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's just like they can claim it's racism, but the thing is, in a place like that, it could have been anyone. It could have been anyone, unless they knew he was the person delivering the pizza. I don't see how they could have. Like again, attractive young man with a long life ahead of him. He was only 28, in the United States for 4 years, working a pizza delivery job on the side to try and just make ends meet. Had a long future ahead of him. Died because of probably some druggie that just wanted to have a good time. Some kids that just wanted to have a good time, to feel the experience of taking a life. This is the problem when we start encouraging mental illness. People lose their lives when mental illness is encouraged. It's incredibly disgusting. Incredibly disgusting. This is just insane. That was not random. It was a planned assassination. He was part-time night job at a pizza shop, and the person who ordered knew he would deliver the pizza only. Well, the thing is, it's like you don't know that kind of stuff. You don't know. That stuff is very, especially with what kind of delivery job it was, what kind of pizza joint it was. There are so many. Oh my gosh. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Why U.S. has allowed people to have guns? Well, because people are supposed to know how to handle guns. Like for me, I know how to respect a tool. I know how to respect a tool. Why do people have hammers? It's a tool. Why do people have guns? It's a tool. The problem is people have disassociated what a tool is supposed to be used for. For some reason, guns are now synonymous with violence. When before guns were invented, swords, spears, bow and arrow were violence. It's just like the whole thing is just ridiculous. Everything is a weapon. A car is a weapon. A gun is a weapon. A knife is a weapon. Your fists are a weapon. Everything is a weapon. A shovel is a weapon. An axe is a weapon. But the thing is, guns only get the bad rap because, well, people are retarded and don't seem to realize it's a tool meant to do something. Home defense and protecting your nation, and I guess peacekeeping. Peacekeeping. Water can be a weapon too, exactly. Cinder blocks can be a weapon. Cinder blocks with water can be a weapon. Again, it has nothing to do with guns. It has nothing to do with guns, because I am a huge proponent for like self-defense. Like what happened in Kashmir probably would have never happened if the Kashmiri people had the right to wield for themselves. Because guess what? The invaders coming in would have been shot down in self-defense. At least a lot of them. At least a lot of them. Like, but this is just insane. This is just disgusting. The thing is, we're in the United States, mental illness is being encouraged. It's like, it's good to be mentally ill. You being mentally ill means you're special. Means yeah, you get top priority. When no, yeah, mental illness should not be encouraged. Mental illness should not be something that is praiseworthy. No, you should acknowledge that you have an issue and you should work on bettering yourself. You shouldn't lean into that mental illness. You shouldn't self-medicate. And in a place like Philadelphia with like fentanyl zombies, yeah, that's a huge thing that happens there. If you have motive, then come up assassination angle. Otherwise, it might be just a random act. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, it sounds like there was no motive. It sounds like he was just called there because it could have been anyone. It could have been anyone. And if he didn't want to be in the U.S., like didn't want to, wanted to be in India, then most likely he didn't have friends out in the U.S. He probably closed himself off and just focused on working and everything else he had on the side. So who would know that he worked a part-time job? He just worked a part-time job. The thing is, they're going to check the bullet. They're going to find who the bullets are registered to, and then that's how they're going to find the culprit. That's how they're going to find the culprit. Unless the gun's illegal, they're going to track down the person. Someone not knowing how the system works. Indian government have successfully made propaganda news and mentally about freedom is not a good thing. Yeah, a lot of people think freedom is not a good thing. Freedom is something people sacrifice their lives for. Go to war to defend the nation. Freedom isn't free, but for some reason, a lot of people in the United States prefer chains over freedom. They hate freedom of speech unless it's their freedom of speech. Postmortem is on the way. Yeah. They're going to find out everything at that point in time because it's going to be like this bullet is registered to this family or registered to this gun, which is registered to this family, which is registered. That's how they're going to find out what happened. People earlier had fewer mental illnesses and discouraged to act out. But now everyone with some medications running around is just crazy. Yeah, self-medication, allowed mental illness, the fact that like Adderall and things like that for is just like, you know what? Let's stop these people. Let's just give random people mentally inducive pills instead of finding out the root cause to everything. Let's just give them drugs. Let's just give them drugs. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I hate Epstein files to the core, but I will prefer U.S. government over Indian government anytime, anywhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, that was the biggest the flop in the U.S. Just release the files. Just release the files. We had a year and some odd months before they were finally released, and then it's just like, all right, this is all fake. This is all fake. It's been curated. But yeah, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. The fact that mental illness has been encouraged to the point that a young man has lost his life. Has lost his life. We'll find out more in the coming days. We'll find out more in the coming days.
You guys see the video? So bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait on that.